Alright, I think I've got Twitch up and running again, maybe. This thing is acting up today. I don't know what's going on with it. Oop. Turn the volume off on the phone for the minute. Okay, well, that at least gives me a clue of what's cooking. Let's get to switching trucks. There we are. Roll on up the road. Where are we going? Where are we going? Is that it? I think that was it. Open objective. Yeah, that's the spot, but that thing's a mess. We're gonna have to pull past that on the main road and then pave it. Oof. Okay. So we're gonna track that thing. Where's my paving crew here? Here you are. Staring back at the road we've already built. Let's head that way with this thing. Because we're going to pave that road getting there and take care of business. And lunch is cooked. I'm just waiting for it to cool a little bit. I got a little overcooked in the microwave. It's just hot. It's not burnt or anything. So, a little true story for you. I do try to avoid hitting those tree branches as much as I can. As I bent a rim one time on my Plymouth doing that. It was coming up a curvy road. It was windy at night. Blind corner, looked tight. I didn't see the emergency lights of a semi-truck that had pulled over because he had bent the rim hitting the same limb that I hit. He hit it before I did, and it was still sitting there intact when my neighbor's Toyota hit it after that. So 3 vehicles hit the same branch and still didn't do any major damage to it. How about that for wild? Alright. Serious sand poured out here in the bigger truck. This thing just staying loaded? No? It finally emptied. I like big dump truck. We're gonna back up a bit more. Refill this thing. Empty out another load onto this road. So I want a nice thick road here. There we are. This should take some time to empty out. There, now we're getting somewhere. A little more steady section of pathway. And while that's refilling again, I think I'm gonna go get my bulldozer. Since we have our road construction crew with us, as one of those trucks in the convoy, we might have to rearrange the convoy, but we'll get there. And no, even despite the fact that a real-world bulldozer would do it, the in-game bulldozers cannot take out those trees. That would have been a nice feature for them. It just doesn't do enough damage to the stump. Whereas, like, the grinder, or probably the cutter, would. And in the real world, on top of that, if you want to get realistic about things for a second, this tracked vehicle would not be allowed on a main road like this. It would have been put on a trailer and driven to the next destination. However, I don't think that big trailer I've got is wide enough for this thing. And the little truck transport wouldn't do it either. All right. Let's go back to our dump truck and finish this out. Got a little bit of distance to cover. Bigger dump truck definitely gets it done quicker. So a little something to let people know about that I found out on this big dump truck here. Can actually work as a tender for the other dump trucks. So if you've got a road crew of 2, bring around one of these big dump trucks to the job site, on the game anyway, and the other dump trucks can take from it. The others are a little smaller and maybe a little more manageable sometimes, just depending on what you're building and what the terrain looks like, because this may not be the appropriate vehicle for every situation. And just to clarify, anybody who's watching my Twitch or watches my Twitch in the future, replay or anything like that, if you were looking for my wife's channel, she's currently on Pirate Author 23 on Twitch, as her main account has somehow gotten disabled. We're not certain all the details of what happened, so I'm not saying any more detail than that, but something's gone on. We'll state it that way. Have done with it. So you can find her on Pirate Author 23. She'll be back to her usual daily grind of streaming. At the very least starting tomorrow morning at 8, but she's still at it today, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So plenty of videos to rewatch on that, and she's connected that with her YouTube, I believe. So she'll have the usual videos up on YouTube. No problems there. Well, one way or another, her videos end up on YouTube as well. And honestly, I could think of a few times on SnowRunner where this truck would have been very useful and quite welcome to adjust some of the haha roads that are on that game, or pathways anyway. So while my wife has the fun projects of being able to edit videos where I do not, on the other hand, I have a Throne wish list that's got some things on it, as well as a Patreon page that has a $3 link that goes straight to her books on Amazon, which I even had trouble searching Amazon to find them. So we're looking into the idea of advertising through Amazon to see if we can get that adjusted. Or people can just search her name like they're supposed to be able to and find it in the first try instead of the third or fourth like I found. That was annoying. And that was just yesterday. We were showing the page to somebody at a local restaurant because she was talking to him about the books. But alright, this section is almost done. There we are. Okay. That's that section complete for dipping sand onto it. It's about this direction over here. Drop one load, and I'm just going to run up the road with the bulldozer real quick. Flatten this out up to this point, and then dig in on this again. A little bit of variety that way. See how much we can push around more than anything. Especially the bigger bulldozer. Get this accomplished. Looks like we get a bigger road out of the deal, wider space to work with, easier for trucks and things. We won't have any other traffic on this road, so that's okay by me. Alright, there's one of the pipes we need to replace. Actually, I think that's the next truck in the lineup. I'm not going to change it up for my road construction crews. Vehicles. Well, I can't say crew because it's just me, but as I'm certain that I'm going to go in more than one direction, I'm going to set that up here now. about pushing some sand that away. There we go, brought it down level with the ground at least that way. I think I'll do the same to the right. I don't remember what was to the right at the moment. That at least brings it back down to that kind of ground level. I have to adjust this again. And then adjust my original direction over there a little bit more as well. There we are. So I had another game that was similar to this for road construction and things like that. It was Construction Simulator. I forget which version. I'd have to look it up right now. But I don't know. This one works better, to be honest. Very interesting. Ooh, no, I don't want to go that way. I need to go this way. Flatten it out going across. That could work out. It's coming down from a hill there. The sand. I like this bulldozer because it doesn't lift quite as high too. And that looks like it worked out. Change the mode on that. Park this back here for a minute. Okay. That's not what I asked for. That's still not what I asked it to do. What? No. I want the menu, but... Ah, come on. There we go. Maybe? Enter. Thank you. So we're going to park this truck off to one side for a minute. Sidran 1 is online now, so I'm going to see if he wants to play. But we have a separate file we've been playing, so... The same map. Don't get me wrong on that. I'm going to find out if he... Why is it flashing me all the way over there? Hi, you're being stupid about these things. I didn't ask you to jump across the map. Why would it do that? I can't even figure out where I was. There we are. Enter. Not open objective. Thank you. Okay. Wow, that was an adventure. I'm going to pull this thing off to the side of the road here. Go to the next truck, do the same thing. This one we're going to need at the other end with the semi. So I'm going to pull it off to one side on the right. Knock over the sign. Ha ha ha, take that. What's this thing? Pick up? It's going off on the left. Not necessary for the current mission, so it's going off on the left. And this one, we'll roll on through here. We're going to take a turn on the road here. Right, park it right across the middle of things. Let's see if he wants to talk. Sid, how you doing? Just so you know, I am live playing on my stream file. It's not the same one that you and I had going. I don't know if it's gonna let us connect, but I'm sure gonna try it. Ah. Well, let's see if this works. I don't know if it'll let us in, but otherwise I'll switch to our file. Oh. But it let us connect on my file. That's interesting. Ah, okay. All right. Is it letting you take the invite on this file? Cool. I have some bigger toys on this one, just so you're aware of them. This is one of those ones where I turned off the, have to pay for every machine part of it. Didn't work then. Okay. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call anyhow. Okay, well, that confirms things in this town. It's not just my connection that's having an issue lately. Mom is having the same trouble, and she's got a different carrier, but the same kind of system. Cellular home internet. It's functional. It doesn't always work right. I mean, my connection I can see having an issue with, so we got 2 Xboxes and 2 computers at the very least running on it. Plus, the cell phones are both on the Wi-Fi, so that's going on. But, she's just got a computer at the moment. They don't even stream movies over there. They watch them on good old DVD. And Blu-ray once in a while, except they have to kick on an Xbox to run a Blu-ray player. And they don't play the Xbox very often with that. I showed them how to work it, so that's not the issue. Yeah. What was that, Sid? Yeah? The incommunicado? Yeah? What do you think of it? Yeah. The other one is in worse shape than this place. Ah. It's interesting it still wouldn't let you join me on this. But like you said, it's a difficulty level difference. There's other games like No Man's Sky that do the same thing to us, though, too. Earthquake. Alright, so we're up to this part where I can automatically have my dump truck run on that. We're gonna take our bulldozer. We'll have some fun up here with this. Did I change its working mode again? Marching. Here, I can put it. Yeah, you're gonna find a lot of the pipes on that map are too heavy for that truck. That's why I went for this map. Let me take and switch over to our shared map, because at least we know that connected. Yeah, give me a minute. So I think I'm gonna take a turn off the stream, because that's a different instance of this map. I'm gonna finish my bulldozer work real quick here. When we come back to this stream, the next thing up will be to install a new valve and some pipes and finish paving a road over here that leads up to the construction office. And we'll go from there. But anybody on Twitch that's replaying my stream or, well, watching it live and not telling me you're there, don't forget to subscribe and follow and all that kind of stuff like that. Hit up the Patreon, catch my wife's book link. I'm still trying to find somebody with $3 to spare that they can test that link for me. No, Sid, I'm not asking if you want to do it. That's up to you. But The Patreon is $3. I guess it's like a donation. Gets you access to the link that goes straight to her list of books, her pirate books anyway, the series. Anyhow, other than that, over on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Throw me a comment or two. I gotta check my comments sometime today or tomorrow, something like that. And don't forget to turn on notifications on both programs. And we'll see you in the next video or stream. Or both, if you like it, really.